Hey, Laura J. First day of lockdowns, and I have been cleaning up the leaves and leftovers from the seasons before now. And I say that it is time for us to recognize what's really going on, and that is dividing and conquering. And right now, these lockdown orders keep your bubble small, keep your circle of influence small, make your fear bigger, for the real terrorism is the terror that is being instilled in the ones who are susceptible because we are falling for the propaganda given to us by the very mechanisms that were set up as the Nazis backup plan. I am not saying Nazi. I am saying NOT hyphen SEE. The Nazis is what we are currently dealing with. And so on this first day of lockdowns, I would encourage you to open your eyes. I would encourage you to understand what's really going on. This is and never has been about our health. If it was, they would have offered us ways to strengthen our immune system, but instead it is not about being a natural man or woman, because natural men and women are sovereign. Natural men and women are above the law. Not because the laws are there for us to break at all. We must be lawfully organized. We must be lawful citizens, which means that we adhere to what it means to be common law. Commit no fraud, commit no loss, keep the peace, and commit no harm. Four laws under common law. Those, if we are able to adhere to those natural prescriptions as men and women who are here to live fully, we came here provided for, because from my belief system around the recycling of energy in a universe where energy can neither be created nor destroyed, only displaced and moved, we are essentially the God sparks incarnate inside of these vessels that are us in this lifetime, when we get to do our very best to be the change we seek in this world. There is no Savior coming to save us. The second coming is when we actually come home to ourselves, and the truth that even He and all of the enlightened ones, which means they contained more light than darkness, ebbing more of the shadow out in order for light to then take its place. If we are to actually realize why we are here, it is to understand that all of our history, all of the ancestors that came before us, the ones that history is written about, those were us in previous forms and incarnations, who were leaving ourselves the keys that we needed to be able to solve the puzzle that we are currently experiencing. Terrorism is real, and the government is the mind control mechanism that we have been indoctrinated to accept. Every 20 years there's a new war. Why? Because that's when the new generation has forgot what it means to be free. That is how long it takes for the old generation to be phased out and the new generation to take over and say, oh no, but we are free, when in fact we are just modern day slaves who are corrupted by the very corrupt system that is currently imposing mechanisms and rules, laws. They say they are laws, but are they? Or are they bylaws? And then we have to understand that they have been lying to us, and we have been blindly agreeing simply because we thought that was what was required. And now we have to understand that we'll all be held to account, as I've been saying for quite some time, at the end of our lives, for how we chose to play the game at this point. And there are so many that are in fear, and I feel fear, who may be in that space right now, who are observing the madness and the insanity that is truly unfolding. And then I say we are the ones that can choose to play at a higher level by connecting and banding together. And that is why I am asking for you who are leaders on the field to step forward. I am asking you who have a sphere of influence please step up and actually be willing to be disliked in order to say what is happening is not okay, and it is not going to be the new way for our kids. Whether you have any biologically or not, it is not okay for our children to grow up in a world where they see what is currently unfolding now and think that it is okay. For what we tolerate, they will embrace. It is time for us to rise to the occasion and to know that we will be judged either way for how we played the game right now. And if that is the case, then why not play at a higher level and understand you don't have to have all the keys, and nor do I. In fact, neither of us do, but together we do. Together we are stronger, and we can go maybe slower because we have to slow our pace to connect with the tribe, but nonetheless, we can absolutely make it through this only if we band together. If the strong ones among us are willing to take a stand and to reach the tipping point. And that is then when I do the handstands that I have come to love, and many others too. So here we go. Handstands taught me about tipping points in collective consciousness as well as my own, because there was a point when I went up and I nearly fell where I always had before, and I didn't that day. And I felt a moment when I had an option to go a different way, and my body wasn't quite used to it just yet at that point, 3 years ago when I started. But nonetheless, I trained my body to do what it couldn't before, and now we have a chance to do that too. So I hope you will choose to play at a higher level and to know that we don't have to have all the answers individually, but together we do. And that requires we who have been trying to rally the troops in our neighborhood, in our sphere of influence, reach out to me, please. Let me know who you are, and we will gather. And then we will get ourselves lawfully organized so that then we can come back and help offer the people the answer that is going to be able to help them, because they know, like, and trust you, not me. I am a farm girl from Canada, Norfolk County, where we have the richest lands. Not out of everywhere, not to say it's better, but it is to say that we have a lot of abundance here, and there is an attempt to get that land right now by the legal organized crime ring that we have elected, because we were told they had our best interest at heart, and our society has been governed around them. I understand how insane this sounds. It's crazy, in fact, because it's different. Insanity is doing the same thing over again, expecting different results. And that's not what we can afford to do, lest we fall victim to the plan that is underway right now, and all it is requiring is for enough of the fearful ones to then push the ones that are on the fence onto their side and to succumb to change in a way that is corrupt and that will corrupt the system of your own body. That's about all that can be said. It is just about feeling what you feel when you look into my eyes as I look into yours, and to say that we are stronger together. We can do this. We have everything we need. We've been here before. We've come back, and the light has already won, so long as you choose to fuel that part of you. And I look forward to supporting you in that process, and myself too, because together is when we are stronger. And I look forward to being part of the change that we seek in this world with you. So please do join, and we'll see you tomorrow. Toodaloo, Laura J. Namaste.